So one of the most important things that you have to do, once you feel your skills are getting better, you want to add more and more elements to your playing. The example I was playing at the beginning of the video started in a very simple way. I was just playing basic chords, and then I added extended chords, but they still look pretty easy. And then I added more rhythm, and then I changed the right hand approach, and I went from finger picking to strumming. And when I was strumming the chord, I was also doing something called chord noodling, meaning I was changing the voicing of the chord over and over. And so as you can see, you can keep adding more and more elements into your playing. Now you want to take it step by step. In this video, I'm going to show you what I was playing at the beginning of the video, so that you can have an idea of really how to get started with the basic chord progression and then slowly build up. You can get the tab, check my Patreon page, you can get this tab as well as all the YouTube tabs. Now we're going to have a close up and we're going to get started. Enjoy this lesson, guys, and keep playing, keep practicing. The whole point of the exercise is that you want to start with the very simple chord progression. D major, A, B minor, and G. I'm sure you already know these chords. Let's just quickly have a look at it. D major, just, 2, 3, and 2. And you want to pluck the bass note with the thumb on the D string. The second chord is A major, and D, G, and B string for number 2. I like to play like this with the second finger, with the first finger on the G string, and the third finger on the B string. And you want to pluck the bass note with the thumb on the A string here. The third chord is B minor. I'm not playing a bar chord here because I'm only plucking 5, 4, 3, and 2. So I'm playing the A string fret 2, the D and the G string for number 4, and the B string for number 3. Okay? And the last chord is G, which is a very simple chord. It can be quite stretchy for some of you. You got the low E fret number 3 and the top E fret number 3. And I'm only plucking 6, 3, 2, and 1. Very simple chord progression. Now the second step is that I want to add some extensions, okay? So I want to add additional notes to the chord, but I don't want to go crazy yet, okay? I just want to keep it very simple. So I'm going to play the first chord, a D sus2. So what a D sus2 is like a D major chord without the third, okay? And we're playing the E open string. So you want to just get rid of the middle finger. And in order to give a little bit more rhythm, I'm also plucking the strings like this. So I have thumb, index, middle, index, okay? Then thumb again, and ring finger on the E string, okay? That's it. Let it ring out, and don't mute any string. Now the second chord is an A suspended chord, a beautiful sounding chord, okay? It's just like an A major, but with the B string for number 3. So we're playing from the C sharp to the note D. And that will make this chord a sus4, okay? Now the picking pattern is very simple. Okay? So we want to play 5, 4, 2, 3, 5. And then the B string fret number 2. So I'm going to change voicing on this chord. The third chord is B minor, and it's going to be played like this. A B minor add 11 chord, just like the B minor chord we learned, but with the E string open, which is the add 11. Okay? The picking pattern is going to go like this: 5, 4, 2, and 3. Then 5, and then the E string with the ring finger to play the 11th, okay? That's it. And the last chord is a G major 7. Beautiful sounding chord, one of my favorite chords. I have the low E fret number 3, G string open, the B string fret number 3, and the E string fret number 2, which is the major 7th, the F sharp. And I'm playing like this. I have the 6th string, 3, 2, 3, 6, 1. And then B string again. Alright? Now guys, we're going to play different chords, different extensions, and more rhythm. It's going to sound like this. Alright? Now the first chord is a beautiful D sus2, but we're kind of playing it in a different way, with the completely different voicing. I have the D string open, the G string fret 7, and then the B and the E string fret number 5. Root note, the major 9, and the perfect 5th. Now the picking pattern is different, and it's way more rhythmic. So you have the thumb, the index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, and ring. So we always want to alternate the thumb with one of the finger. And we're going to repeat the pattern twice. So it's 1, and then we start again, 2, without pausing. When you play with the ring finger, should be the last note of the pattern. Now the second chord is A major, and we're gonna play it like this. Now this is a beautiful A major chord. You have the A string open, the G string fret number 6, which is the C sharp, the major third of the chord, and the B string fret number 3, which is the note D. Okay, and also the E string open. Now the note D is the 11th. Okay, so this is a beautiful A major odd 11. It's the same picking pattern. You have 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 1, and then we'll repeat it one more time. Now the next chord is B minor, okay? Very simple to play. The low E fret number 7 and the G string fret number 7, okay? Then the B string open and the E string open. This is a B minor add 11 chord, okay? Picking pattern is the same, 6, 3, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 1. Right, and we'll repeat it again. And then we go back to the same G major 7. Okay, we already know this chord, just different picking pattern this time compared to the first time we played. 6, 3, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 1. Okay, so way more rhythm and different beautiful extended chords. Okay, now let me show you how to do the strumming part. Now guys, the strumming is really interesting, as we are going to use an approach called chord noodling. And so we're going to change the voicing of the chord many times. Okay, it's going to sound like this. Now the first chord is G major. The first 3 movements very simple, okay? Down, bass, down. So I'm strumming in a full strum, then just the bass note, and then a full strum again. I didn't change the voicing yet. Now after I do them, I'm gonna mute the strings quickly, okay? Sorry. And then I'm gonna play the different voicing. Now the first strum is still the same G. Then I'll play the E string fret number 2, which will be a G major 7 with an upstroke. And when I play with the upstroke, I only strum the top 3 strings. Okay? Then I have the bass note. Okay? And then another full strum with the E string open, which is a G6. Okay? And then I have another upstroke with the E string fret number 2, so another G major 7 chord. So in total I have. Alright, one more time. Down, up, bass, down, up. With the voicing moving. The whole thing. Okay. Now for the D chord is the same strumming pattern. I start with the basic D chord and I have down, bass, down, and then I mute, okay? Quickly. Now the voicing. The first one is a downstroke with the D sus4, okay, which is just like a D major chord but with the E string fret number 3. So down, back to the D major with an upstroke, bass note, and then a D sus2, so I get rid of the middle finger, strum, and back to the D major with an upstroke, okay? So that's it. The whole thing. The next chord is A. And we have A sus4. Now we're going to start with the same 3 movements, down, bass, down, and then we mute. And then we're going to have a downstroke with the A major, an upstroke with the A sus4, so I add the B string fret 3 with an upstroke, bass note, full strum, and an upstroke with the A major, okay? And then I have B minor, just down, up. The B minor is just the same chord that we learned, guys. The E string is actually muted. And I have down, up, okay? And the A, one downstroke, okay? Then I have another downstroke with a with the A sus4 and back to the A major, okay? So rhythmically it goes like this. It's a very quick sus2 major, and then G. Sorry, back to the G major, okay? And then when you get to the last chord, B, A, you want to play the last G. Beautiful sounding chord. And the D, okay? So I'm playing the low E fret number 3 and the E string fret number 3, then the fret number 2, and the B string fret 3, okay? Then the G string open, the D string fret number 4, and the D string open. That's it. Now the difficult thing about this chord is that you want to let it ring out, especially the top strings. And I finish with the D major chord, okay? Hopefully you're okay with this lesson, guys. Take it step by step. I'll see you on the next video.